What's up, guys? It's the Beat Street Bully Billionaire, baby, and I'm back and ready to break down Monday night's game between the Bucks and the Eagles for the wild card. It's the playoffs, baby, and we're ready to make some money, okay? I'm sitting here in my studio. I got the Ray-Ban Metas on, okay? Looking for the sponsorship. They're fantastic. They work great. So it's there. I said a couple nice things. Now, sponsor me, send me more for free, okay? All right, let's get into the game. We got a nice little treat on your hands here. First things first, we're going to take a look at the spread, the over-under, the money line. What is it set at? 43 points in this game. Medium point scoring type of game, not too high, not too low. You got a money line of the Eagles favored minus 155. The spread is 3 points. Buccaneers at home hosting this playoff game. The Philadelphia Eagles have particularly sucked over the last multiple games, completely collapsed. Probably the biggest collapse you're ever going to see from a team of that caliber. But I feel like they're almost due here for a bounce back win, even though it sounds kind of silly. But they're playing the Bucs. It's a 57% bet to a 43% bet split here. That's almost a 50-50 split, man. And I mean, when that's the situation, and you don't got 90% of the people picking the Eagles, that makes me want to pick the Eagles. I mean, what the fuck? If everyone's picking the Bucs, I don't like the Bucs. So that was similar situation to last night, 50-50 split. You had the Rams coming in the Lions, and it ended up being what, like a 1 point game there. It was very close, but guess what? The fucking Lions got it done. They didn't cover, but they got it done. So I'm leaning towards this money line. We'll get into that later, but that's just based on the fact that people are betting the Bucs. So let's look at some of the factors at play in this game tonight. First things first, the weather here tells me that there's a chance of rain showers, and that's interesting because that could affect the game in some ways. Rain is definitely more interesting than snow. I don't think snow in that Buffalo game would affect as much as rain would. I get it's cold, but when it's sloggy, it's rainy, you can't throw the ball, okay? Now we're going to go to the injury report, and I've been hearing signs that Baker Mayfield, let's see what he said. Limited in practice, ankle and ribs. I got a word here that Baker Mayfield is kind of banged up. That's interesting to me because if he was fully healthy, I really like this squad. Even banged up, I still like them and their offense based on what the Eagles have done on defense. But that's kind of, it kind of hurts them, I think, if he's going to be banged up in the game. And he's still Baker Mayfield. As a Steelers fan, I mean, we dealt with this dude. He's still Baker Mayfield. I think he looks a lot better, and he was getting disrespected. I didn't like him in Cleveland, but I like him here. So I like him here. He's good. He's good for this team. I think he should stay on this team for years to come. But at the end of the day, man, if you're banged up versus the Eagles, they still got some big bullies and on the defensive line, and they could hurt you. So let's take a look at these injuries. You got Reed Blankenship is questionable, did not participate. A.J. Brown, knee, did not participate, and he is out. So A.J. Brown, big piece for the Eagles, probably the biggest piece, honestly, is going to be out for the game. Safety Sidney Brown, knee, did not participate and is also out. Okay. That's good to get Devonta Smith, Darius Slade, Jalen Hurts, and DeAndre Swift all fully participated and should be good to go. And so they still have enough firepower versus the Bucs in this situation. Let's look at the Bucs. Other than Baker Mayfield, we already talked about. Mike Green, defensive tackle, full participant in practice, but is going to be out. I don't understand that. Josh Hayes, CB, quadricep knee, limited and questionable. And then KJ Britt calf, full participant, will probably play. So both teams are a little bit banged up here. They're going to be missing a couple pieces. They're going to be missing a big piece for A.J. Brown here. That's going to be big. And Baker being banged up is going to be big. Okay, let's look at these games in the past. Okay, here we go. NFL Wildcard. Interesting. This is very interesting, huh? 2022, January 6th. 31-15 win. Let's look at it. So we had Jalen Hurts. He went off for 258 yards, a touchdown, 2 interceptions, 8 for 39 on the ground. Boston Scott was 1 for 34 and a touchdown. Then you had Dallas Goedert, 6 for 92. Devonta Smith, 4 for 60. Kenneth Gainwell, 5 for 49 and touchdown. Quez for 2 for 35, blah, blah, whatever. What do you notice about this? No A.J. Brown. No A.J. Brown. Because of that, you get Goddard, though. He's going to get a boost. Devonta Smith, he's going to get a boost. But so I would say their yard total should be a treat. Jalen Hurts, Boston Scott got in. I feel like Jalen Hurts is due for another tush push. Probably going to get one in. So what happened here? You had Tom Brady, the GOAT, coming, and he was killing, carving up. And so obviously there's a big advantage when you have Brady instead of Baker Mayfield, who's banged up. Okay, so for all you people who are loving Baker and you're trying to compare stats, or I don't know what the fuck you're going to try to do, the GOAT, okay? That's all I need to say. So we got rushing, Keyshawn Vaughn, 17 for 53, touchdown. Giovanni Bernard, 13 for 44, touchdown. Mike Evans went off for 9 for 117 and a touchdown. Jeez, that's pretty big. Gio Bernard, 5 for 39. Rob Gronkowski played 5 for 31 and a touch. So the Gronkinator was in there, and he fucking carved for you up for a touch for the Eagles. So 31 to 15 burial, and that's in the wild card. So there's that. Then you go back, and you go back. No, this said last year. So now this is last season. So that was 2 seasons ago, and this is last season. In this game with Baker Mayfield last year, Jalen Hurts went off for 277, a touchdown, and 2 interceptions. About the same thing he did in that loss versus Brady. But DeAndre Swift went off for 16 carries for 130 yards. And A.J. Brown had 9 for 131. So they don't have A.J. Brown, but they do have Dallas Goedert and Devonta Smith, as you saw, are probably going to just get upticks. And they have some other pieces. This Olamide Zaccheaus at 258 and a touchdown, okay? What about the other side of things? What did Baker do versus this team? 146 yards, not very good. Touchdown and interception. And then Rachaad White, 14 for 38, not great. Average 2.7 yards carry. Mike Evans, 5 for 60 and a touchdown, still scored, but not as good as when Brady's thrown to him. Godwin, 3 for 32, not very good. Yeah, so that's not great. 25 to 11. So obviously that was last year, and this is this year, but the Eagles did start off 10-1 this year, man. I mean, it's kind of crazy how they started to suck so bad. I feel like they're almost they have a nice little bounce back spot, but you've seen 2 examples there. One with Brady where they crushed in a wild card spot. You could maybe take that as an example. Maybe you think Baker will play up to Brady's standards there, or you go to this side of things and you get, 25-11 where Baker Mayfield plays, and I guess they had A.J. Brown to back him up, but if one of those other 2 guys can step up in that role, maybe they can't, and that's the problem, but they could still put on Tampa Bay. So let's get into the snap count here. Check out the snap count. And let's look at some things. Okay, how do they run the ball? Okay, they're doing about a 50-50 split between Swift and Gainwell, which is a little bit interesting. I didn't know that until about right now. And they're doing about let's see, A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith are on the field a ton. So obviously they're going to get, Devonta Smith's going to be out there the whole game. And they got Julio Jones. So they got Julio Jones. Oh, my God. Olamide Zaccheaus got a lot of work without Devonta Smith, and so maybe he'll get... Or no, Quez Watkins and Olamide Zaccheaus both got a lot of work without A.J. Brown, Devonta Smith. Let's see, which one is more consistent? I mean, looks like Quez. But this Zaccheaus did play a lot more of the year early on, but then towards the end of the year, here like week 12, 13, 4th best... Started losing, though. Then 1% week 16. I don't know. That's tough there. Julio Jones might be interesting for his over-under in yards, maybe. With no A.J. Brown. Maybe Julio goes out there and gets it done. I don't know. Fuck. This is going to be a very weird one, okay? And you got Goddard. His uptick's going to be big. And Jack Stoll and them boys probably won't see shit after you see Goddard out there, But he's getting consistent. Stoll's getting consistent usage, probably as a blocker. So, Goddard is going to be in there. Let's look at the Bucs here. Tampa Bay Bucs. Baker Mayfield, you got fucking him, obviously. But Rachaad White and Chase Edmonds, there's been slight Chase Edmonds usage here. Probably because Rachaad White, a little bit weak. But he's been okay recently, but I don't know if not averaging very many yards per carry here. So, What do we got receiver-wise? Godwin, Mike Evans, and this Trey Palmer. So this Trey Palmer is going to be somebody to keep an eye on because he's getting used as like the third receiver. Devin Tompkins could be out there in a few routes, but it's looking more like maybe even this David Moore could sneak in there. He's been playing a lot more, 21, 26, 30, 20. So maybe this David Moore could be sneaky for a few catches, and this Devin Tompkins could be sneaky for a few catches or something, for like an over-under one catch or some shit for some pluck plays. But Trey Palmer, Mike Evans, Godwin are going to be used the most. Obviously, Cade Otton. And they got this dude O'Keefe running out there, but who knows if they'll really get anything to O'Keefe. So that's about it for that. It's fucking simple. It doesn't really fucking matter anyway. I just give you some insights as who the fuck are some cheap bullshit ass people to go with. So now we're gonna lock into the Saber dial. Okay, this is gonna be I don't know if it might be new to some people here, but this is just gonna be simulating the game, showing us what some valuable players are going to be in this game. So here we go. We got a 23 to 20 game script, 43 point over under, and a 3-point total would suggest 23 to 20. So that's what we got up in that left hand corner right there. And when we sit here, it's going to build me 150 lineups, and I'm going to put them into one of these contests. If you're not familiar with these contests, you can put these lineup in. Basically, build 6 players for you, and then, it shows you what to do here. So in this situation, when I ran the simulation, this is what it likes. So I didn't put any my own touch on this. This is just under the circumstances by Vegas, what it likes. It's telling you that you should be playing some Mike Evans today, and maybe some Rashad White, some Goddard, or some Godwin. One of those characters could be easily leveraged over so they're liking that. So they're liking the Bucs. They're liking the Bucs players. There must be some value there fantasy wise. So if you're looking for some over-unders, those 3 guys, Evans, Rashad White, Godwin, are actually more valuable than I would have thought previously. Okay, let's see what they're going to use in the flex. So this is in this exposure column, okay? If you can't see that, I'll move it around. So now that you see it a little bit better, you can see that I'm exposed here. Okay, 100 lineups out of 150, 108 would have Baker Mayfield in the flex position, okay? And if the flex position just gains the normal amount of fantasy points, captain gains 1.5 times, if you don't know what that means, if you're just here for the betting shit. So basically, it likes Baker in this situation. It likes Chase McLaughlin. Who's that? That's a kicker. So it likes the kicker. Maybe take his over-under for field goals or for fucking, shit like that. They offer some shit like that. We'll fucking break it down. And they got Rashad White. They like Rashad White. They like Mike Evans. And they obviously like some Jalen Hurts, Swift, Devonta Smith. They're not getting rid of those guys. But they're not boosting really too much Julio. They got Palmer as the pluck plays. But they're not really using too much of this O'Keefe. They use a little bit of some Chase Edmonds, a little bit of some Quez and Olamide. So they're just kind of throwing those guys in for plucks. But they're really not using them that much. They're actually using these other guys more, which is interesting because they always try to fucking filter in some bullshit. And if they're not doing that, then I would say, yeah, try to stay more heavy consolidated up top on some guys like a, Devonta Smith over yards or a Jalen Hurts touchdown or a Baker, over passing attempts or, shit like that. Should be treated, should be dialed, should be goated. Let's go to the thing. Let's dial it up. All right. Based on what I've seen here, let's do a little same game parlay, okay? I'm going to take some props instead of the game because I don't really know about the game. I'm going to tell you that I like the Eagles to win the game, but it's still iffy. So we're going to take some props. So what are some props that we like? So Rashad White, rushing yards. I think that we should probably take the over, 64.5. Now, is there a way to juice it down? Let's go to the alternate. Maybe alternate rushing and receiving could be something. Let's see. Rashad White, alternate rushing plus receiving. And we'll do 75 total. Then we're going to go to receiving yards. We're going to go to Mike Evans, alternate receiving yards. And then we're going to take him for 60 yards receiving. And then, let's see. We're going to take Jalen Hurts for the touchdown. They're going to scamp him in there. You already know they're just going to shove him in. It's fucking bullshit. That's how they're going to win this game. Fuck it, man. I can't sit here and bet the Bucs. We're going to take the money line. And that's going to be our 4-pick little treat. Jalen Hurts touchdown. Eagles money line. 60 yards alternate for Mike Evans and 75 plus alternate rushing and receiving for Rashad White, based on it liking those two players for whatever fucking reason. So we're going to take that. And I'm afraid of Baker. He's banged up. I've been burned by QBs in the past, but the receivers usually get their due. Mike Evans in a game like this versus an Eagles secondary like that should be getting at least 60, and they have been getting gashed by the run, and this dude does catch out of the backfield, so by including that, you know, he can get over 75 plus. I've seen it before. I've bet it before. And Eagles money line, man. I just this is one of those games where it's tough. They got it at a split bet, and so in those situations, I'm just like, the Eagles could just come in there and dominate, or they could just maybe win like we saw last night by like a field goal or less. You know, they don't cover the spread, but they still win the game, and then everybody in Vegas is happy. So this is my bet. We're going to put 50 on this to win 265, or you could put 100 on it to win 535. If you paired that with my other bet to win 555, that's 200. You could win a stack with those two bets, maybe prop them in the same thing. I don't know how that would work. To be pretty tasty, but go watch that video if you want to see those picks. Okay. And how much do we need to now win? I'm assuming it's 25,000 to win 133,000. So if you want to own 100 stacks, you're going to need to put down 25 bands, and if you're going to want to win $1 million, you need 250,000. Okay, so if you're a big bully beast, go get out your paycheck, get the 250K out. If you don't have the money, go to the bank, get a loan, mortgage your house, do whatever you need, and put it on, okay? But that's just, okay, now that you've stuck around, okay, I got a nice treat for you guys, okay? Nice little treat, relaxing thing, you know. Sometimes these sports picks, they're too much, you know. You're going through your head, you're like freaking out. What do I do? I don't know what to do. And you need to calm down, okay? Because you're spending all of your money, and that's a problem. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna relax here for a second, guys, and we're gonna take a look at the picks of the week, the AI images of the week, okay? Starting with this one. Beautiful image right here that we're going to enjoy for a moment. Just sit back, relax, smoke on that joint, and just take a look at this for a minute and enjoy it, okay? I'm going to scroll by it gently, and I just want you to enjoy some of the things that we've created here, okay? This is nice. This is real nice, okay? This is real nice. You're liking that? Ooh, see? Interesting. Jesus Christ. Okay, I didn't realize a lot of these were gonna be like this. Okay, whoa. Whoa, yeah, see? You never even think of shit like this. Okay, now this is hard, bro. This is hard. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah, that's a hard AI image of the week. Yeah, see, we're gonna start implementing this in our vids, AI images of the week, so you can enjoy some of the content here. Relax. See, oh, look at that. Cyborg Trump. Cyborg Trump, baby. Yeah, there you go. See, you're already enjoying yourself, okay? If you're forgetting all about all the money you spent last week, last night, you know, let's move on to this one. See, oh, there we go. Cyber Pig. How about that? You know, in the future, they could have something like this. You know what I mean? This could be something interesting here for you. You know, nice little fucking robot pig running around your little robot farm. You know. Yeah, see, this could be very important, you know, look at that. Wow, that's amazing. Amazing. You know, imagine that as your pet in the future. You don't have a dog, you have this thing. It just fucking destroys fucking people and things and everything in its sight. You know. And then here we have an oink helmet for you gimps out there. I know there's a lot of gimps in the YouTube community, and if you're big into the gimp life, we got a nice little oink helmet for you. You know, I thought you'd like that for you gimps, you cucks. Okay, there you go. This is for you. All right, we're gonna go here. Oh, this is the Oink helmet again. Two of them. Yeah, we had to make this one again because this one is just really. This one's in production, so don't worry, guys. If you're looking to buy this, this will be on the store. We got this one in production for you gimps out there, and then here is like what we imagine would be some nice some ideas, some concepts here for some gimp suits for you gimps, you cucks, and then that's where we're trying to. It's a new audience. We're trying to take advantage of their money. Look at this dude. Look at this dude. Yeah, that dude loves to be a cuck. Okay, look at this guy. Look at him. So he's a gimp. We're selling the gimps now. Okay, look at back at the Oink helmet. If you want the Oink helmet, you can go on my website and purchase the Oink helmet. It's pretty expensive though, but I can't. I don't have these. Are not developed yet. These are AI images, not real people. This is not a real person actually. These are an AI image. So these are just concepts we're coming up with. If you like the concepts, that's good. Okay, now here's some of the thumbnails this week. Pretty solid. I had some monkey tackling. Look at that one. Pretty sick. That's the thumbnail. And there we go. And that's me. All right. Those are your AI images of the week. All right, let's go. So we're gonna get back into the game for one last second, just to reflect on the picks. We like the Eagles. Okay, we like Hurts touchdown treat. We like Mike Evans over receiving. We like Rashad White over 75 alternate rushing and receiving yards, and that's gonna be that. Okay, so enjoy the game, enjoy the images that you just saw. If you want to go back and look at them. Okay, some good images there. If you want to make some of these images yourself, you can go on Discord, and you need to use this app. It's called fuck is it, Midjourney. Yeah, go in there, start cooking it up. Okay, sponsor me if you hear me, Midjourney. Okay, that's gonna be the show. I'm wrapped up. I'm gonna go smoke a blunt. I'm gonna go make my picks, put in my lays, and call it a night. So have a good one. Subscribe if you don't already subscribe. If you're already gone, see you later.